What's going on, y'all? So I had a subscriber question, and it says, for a lean man, what is some plant-based meals that I can consume to bulk up? Well, you know, it's pretty simple, right? Of course, it's just, calories there, being a surplus, right? See, the cool thing about it is, right, you got people talking about lean bulking, and you got people talking about dirty bulking. Well, you want to lean bulk because not only do you wish to gain mass, but you also want to be healthy and feel good in the process, right? See, the cool thing about it is when people lean bulk, they talk, they don't really give you the all in all. Yeah, they get some results. And a lot of the time they got to go ahead and get that gut off, right? But when you lean bulk, you ain't got to worry about getting that gut off. I tell you that because I was there, right? I went from, when I lost my weight when I was about 330 to about, I had got down to probably like 190, right? And so I wanted to gain mass, right? Because I was just losing too much weight, right? But the cool thing about it is I wasn't eating meat, right? So I went from like 190. So I'm going to tell you what I did, right? Consistency, of course, right? See, the harder you go, the more, the heavier you go, or whatever you do for your workout, right? Either the more load that you increase your load or in whatever, whether it be weights or, sprint, whatever the case may be, when you increase your load, you're going to be more hungry. So that's going to automatically get you to increase more calories, right? So let's say, for instance, if you're not a big eater, because I don't know, I'm going to just try to cover as much ground as I can. So in the morning, eating oatmeal is your best friend, right? People be like, oh, I can't eat that much. The calories that. Okay, well, I was at a point in time, especially when I was, leaner, I couldn't eat that much either. But I figured out a cheat code to it, right? Not only increasing your load, oatmeal, and whatever you do, whether you might have it with your oatmeal, if you want to go ahead and add another meal, have some peanut butter in there, right? Peanut butter, it ain't all that, that it's hecka heavy, but it's thick and it'll fill you up, but it ain't heavy. So you could say, for instance, right, if you had it to your oatmeal, right? Well, if you add you a couple scoops, 2 scoops, a tablespoon of scoops, what is that? 180? That's 180 calories just off the rip like that. So peanut butter is your best friend. I don't know if you can see if you can't eat that much, then just go ahead and so say for instance me, right? I'm gonna tell you what I did. So not only when I increased my load, I started to get hungrier, right? But when I wasn't hungrier, I just added more calories into my 2 meals. So I added the peanut butter with the oatmeal, which I still eat to this day. Say for instance, if I'm eating chicken, right? Because even though I'm plant-based, that doesn't necessarily mean I don't eat animal, right? So I consume honey. I still consume chicken, just not every day, but I consume chicken. So when I baked my chicken, guess what I was throwing on there? Extra virgin olive oil. And that olive oil, when you dip that in, that's some calories right there as well, right? And if you say for instance, if you try to eat dinner as early as possible, right? See, some people eat dinner like 8, 9 o'clock. Don't do that. Try to eat dinner around about the 5 to 7 area. So that way, right, if you can, say for instance, if you eating chicken, what I did was I ate chicken, I had a sweet potato, and then I had my vegetables with it, right? And I ate that consistently, right? See, I don't need much. I'm not a big cooker, right? But one thing I know is how to make my simple meals, right? So this is something that you can do if you're not a big cooker. Or if you got a woman at the crib or something like that, then, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Bulk and stuff, you know what I mean? You should do your thing. But I'm talking in terms of, hey, I don't know if it may be, you may be strapped handicapped, like as far as cash wise, I don't know. So one thing I can tell you is oatmeal, get you peanut butter, bananas, and any other fruit that you want with it. Them superfoods right there. And hey, blueberries in your diet. Them is superfoods for mass gain, especially in the morning, right? Hey, if you're gonna get a sandwich, right? You don't necessarily got to make sure it's chicken or something, because one thing's for sure, I don't like eating chicken more than one time in a day. If I'm gonna eat chicken, it's gonna be once, it's gonna be at dinner, right? But say for instance, if you wanted to do a sandwich, right? Say for instance, you didn't eat peanut butter in the morning, right? We're gonna make you a nice little peanut butter and jelly sandwich, man. Get you some jam that's straight, healthy, right? See, one thing for sure, in order to get this, you got to eat pure ingredients, right? Where you ain't gonna get all that extra. You're gonna get mashed, but of course you're gonna have a little bit of something. You ain't gonna just be, of course you're gonna have a little bit of fat, because you got to put it on to go ahead and transfer that thing into how you want to look. But peanut butter, I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had for instance, I eat a couple of apples and something with that, something like peanuts, right? Like for instance, if I wasn't I eat apples and peanuts in the middle of the day, right? That's calories, right? And then, as I told you, my chicken, veggies, and my sweet potato. Potatoes is definitely what you should have incorporated. You got to have potato. Sweet potatoes, though, is better for you, right? See, a lot of the times, man, I eat my vegetables raw. A lot of the times, right? I season them. But especially when I was in that bulking thing, hey, I was eating raw vegetables, right? So let me give you a list, right? Because I don't know if you allergic to something. So I don't want to go ahead and just tell you do this meal, and I don't know if you're allergic to anything you can or can't eat. I don't know. You may be strapped for cash. So let me give you this list of food. The better it is, help you get straight to the point, right? Bananas, eat every day. Oatmeal, eat every day, whether it be in a shake form or hard form, preferably hard form, and preferably, not no half a cup. You know what I mean? A little bit more than half a cup. Right? Because 1 cup is 300 calories, right? So oatmeal, bananas, peanut butter, blueberries. That's what you need. Dinner, potatoes. I don't know if you don't eat meat or whatever, but if you can, hey, chicken and turkey and fish. Right? But if you not, hey, rice is gonna be your best friend, right? See, brown rice, though, white rice ain't nothing but brown rice just stripped of its nutrients, right? But you need them nutrients, though, because you working hard and trying to get your mass, though, right? So I assume when you ask, how could you go ahead and put that weight on, I assume that, that you probably working in the gym. So rice, something green every day. Something green every day. Don't matter what it is, something green. Right? Say for instance, right, you don't eat meat. Well, in the middle of that day, you need you a nice calorie shake, right? Add you a shake that has calories, not the little bird shakes, preferably a nice, whatever the shake that you may want. Right? It can have sweet potatoes in it. You could have something, of your liking, and mess around and to have peanut butter in that thing, right? However you want. Have you a nice high calorie shake. I wrote some things down. Man, I wish I would have. Let me go back. I'm gonna go ahead after I post this video. I had wrote some shakes down that'll go ahead and mass. I'm gonna go ahead and find them. Let me find that book for you. And then I'll go ahead and probably make another video with listing of things that you could add shake wise into that thing. See, one thing for sure, right? When I was training, I had lots of clients of all over, whether they didn't eat meat, they ate meat, they wasn't big eaters, just I had all kinds. So I wrote a whole bunch of things. I created a lot of meal plans that, you know, could, help different types. But one thing for sure, I don't believe in protein shakes, right? So that's why I say one of the things that you can do is go ahead, and, add to your workload, because like I said, the more you exert, the hungrier you are. But trust me, you're going to be hungry. Trust me, you're going to be hungry, right? And you don't have to eat big meal. All you got to do is be in a surplus, right? And it's just a little, and say for instance, you're still not a big, this like as I told you earlier, it's just the littlest of things, right? So you just add a little olive oil to your chicken. If you was a chicken eater, that's calories. Just adding 2-3 scoops of peanut butter in your oatmeal, that's calories, right? You just add a little bit of something more than you had beforehand over your maintenance, you're going to bulk. See, the cool thing about it is mine didn't happen overnight. See, I'm going to tell you something. These little fitness trainers and stuff, they be lying to y'all and they be cheating. They be taking all these little mass gainers. They be going under the knife, all these surgeries, right? And like, oh, you did it overnight. I'm going to tell you something. Mine wasn't overnight. Mine was consistency and hard work. Everything that I do in life is consistency and hard work. So yeah, when I lost the weight, consistency, 7 days a week working out. When I put the weight on, I was out there, 5 days a week strength training, working out 6 days a week, still sometimes 7, still working hard in the gym. But eating though, staying disciplined, not touching the fast food, not touching none of that, staying disciplined on me. I was working graveyard, homie, right? I'm gonna tell you, I was working graveyard when I was doing this, right? Guess what though? I cooked my meals before and I took them to work with me. I wasn't doing no playing. I wasn't doing the, see, hey, when you dedicated and you want it, should nothing stop you, right? So them is superfoods, the potatoes, the rice, them is good for you as far as getting it. See, but hey, get the jasmine rice though. Don't get the box rice. Stay away from that, right? You want the rice. Let me tell you something. If you can go to them Asian stores, go to them Asian stores if you can. So yeah, and the cool thing about it is, right, and one of the things, because I experimented with myself, right? See, I always eat 2 big meals a day, right? And one of them is the oatmeal, just with a lot of calories, right? But the cool thing about it is when I was mass gaining, especially working in graveyard, it'll just be as simple as my third meal will just be apples, carrots, something like that. It's something as simple as that. See, you don't need 3 big meals, to gain. You just need to add calories to what you got going on. And I'm telling you, the smallest thing makes the biggest difference when it comes down to adding these calories. The smallest things make the biggest difference. And you want to do it in the most purest form that you can do it in. Pure ingredients, right? You don't want to be looking all, see, I'm going to tell you how to do it natural. No fast food, no protein shakes, because I did it. I'm a walking testimony. Hey, you just got to be disciplined, though. Hey, it might take a little bit, though. See, I didn't even know how far I came. Somebody told me, hey, you looking kind of swole. I just put my head down, you understand me, and just enjoyed the process. See, you got to enjoy the process. You got to stay disciplined. And one day I'm like, hold up. Well, I'm like, what you mean I'm looking kind of swole? I looked in that mirror. I said, oh, I am looking kind of swole. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, hey, I just started, hey, it went up from there. It went up. Hey, what Cordy C say? Hey, when it's up, it's up. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I had got to 250. Yeah, just real swole. This really just, man, I gotta go find the pictures and stuff, man. I was just, hey, man, I couldn't get through the door. It was so cold with it, you understand me? But yeah, man, just go ahead, man. Just add them foods to you. Stay dedicated, man. You don't need nothing else, man. Hey, look, it's a mind thing, though, to be honest with you. It's a mental thing. It's really a mental thing, right? You honestly can eat the same thing every single day, but your mental tells you, I want this McDonald's. I want this Taco Bell. I need this. I need that, right? So say for instance, right, you don't have to, and say for instance, if you won't, say for instance, if you was a pizza eater like me, right, you'll never catch me at a round table ever again, right? But one thing's for sure is, right, if you want you, say for instance, if you want you a pizza, make it from pure ingredients. See, you can have the things that you want at dinner time, just do it with pure ingredients. And you still gonna bulk, and you still gonna bulk the right way, and you still gonna get the benefits of eating nutritious food. So just make sure that you stay on course when it come down to that, right? See, one thing for sure is I encourage lifestyle changes. I don't encourage diets, because diets is just temporary. See, then when you get done with the temporary diet, then what? You ain't got no plan. But if you set the plan in motion of this is what I could eat for the rest of my life, I always ask my clients, man, I was training, right? Is this something that you can eat for the rest of your life? And they say yes. Oh, then you're in the motion. You're in the game, right? There's certain things as you go along. Yes, you might go ahead and sometimes change things up a little bit, because I've made some changes into what I've ate just a little bit, right? But the base of what I established on the journey here is still the same, and it'll never change. I can only count, since I ever started eating oatmeal, I could probably count on one hand how many times I didn't have oatmeal for breakfast. So, hey, it's just consistency, right? Like, and the cool thing about it is, right? And the thing about it is, when I was going to the gym, I didn't do it fasted though, right? See, now I do my gym activities fasted, then I go eat, right? But the cool thing about it is, say for instance, right, you go into the gym, just eat you an apple. You wake up home, just eat you an apple, go get that work in, then go eat your breakfast, right? Just something as small as that. You don't need I need to have my pre-workout gainer or everything, all that junk that nah. Eat your apple. The apples, let me tell you something. Apples, people sleep on them apples, but them apples help get to me that way too, right? I mess around. Look, when I worked hard and I was bulking, I was getting hungry. And when I tell you hungry, look, I mess around and eat 3 apples a day. Be honest with you. Whole apples. Right? I would mess around sometimes. Look, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I eat that apple in the morning, come back, eat my oatmeal, right? Because I done worked that apple off. I worked it off. Because one thing for sure, when I go hard. And then, if I'm, I want it again, I eat some more apples, and I was intaking heck of fiber, y'all. I eat the apples and the peanuts, or I might make me a sandwich. Right? Peanut butter and jelly. Or I might have sometimes I done messed around and ate a tuna sandwich or something like that, man. And I had it on Ezekiel bread. Right? Ezekiel bread is something that's gonna get you right. See, that's the trick. The Ezekiel bread is, I believe, 50, 60 calories per slice. So just think if you made 2 sandwiches. Come on. See, there's hacks to this thing. There's hacks to this thing. See, I got a video. If you go back on my later videos on how to get swole, right? And now what's getting swole on pure ingredients. So if you can't check that video out, I'll probably try to put it in the community tab, you know what I mean, and repost that. But yeah, man, a lot of what I just gave you, you can probably find in that video as well. But the one thing for sure is, since I made that video almost a year ago, if not a year ago, is some of my viewpoints, some of the things I've altered some, right? See, one thing for sure, I stayed away from dairy. I stay away. I don't want no dairy. I don't want no pork. I don't want that. I stay away from that saturated fat. I don't want that pork. I don't want that beef. I don't want none of that. When I ate fish, it was salmon. I even messed around, you understand me, and took it old school and hit you with the sardines. You know what I'm saying? But hey, brush your teeth after though. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I hit you with the sardines, the tuna. Tuna and water though. Tuna and water. And I mess around, you understand me? Yeah. Man, I go on and on, man, like Moody Law, man, telling you, man, how I get there. Incorporate all this. See, one thing's for sure, look. I gave you all them ideas because what may work for me may not work for you though, right? But the foundation of what worked for me it gonna work for you. Because one thing's for sure, right? We could talk all this and that, but the foundation of how everybody got swole and how everybody, went about it, whether it would be the old school or the new school or whoever, they breathe the protein say, what do they say? Eat clean. And there's foundational foods that's going to help you. And the foundational foods that I named you, I'll go over some again. We'll go over it one more time. Oatmeal, bananas, peanut butter, berries, potatoes, sweet or regular. I like the red potatoes though, right? Chicken, fish. And even if you don't want to go, beans and rice if you don't eat chicken, and then eat you a shake that's high calorie that you made from your pure ingredients. So, hey, if you're not a meat eater, then go get you a blender so you can go ahead and make you a nice calorie shake in the middle, because you're going to have to make up for the calories that you're not getting with your chicken, right? You say you can get swole without meat, right? But, it's going to take you a little bit more dedication and just a little bit more, putting the foods together. It's a little bit more thought into putting the foods together, right? You see, but like I said, though, even though I'm plant-based, I still eat meat and I still intake honey, right? So you understand me? So basically, man, hey, because I get to talking, man. I probably should have went lying, though. But look, get them foods in your system. Increase your workload. Water. Don't drink your calories, right? Because you really want it from food. Those of y'all who love to eat, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to save a lot of time. You're going to save a lot of, unwanted, fat on your stomach by just drinking water. You see, one thing's for sure, man. I carry my water like Jesse James carry his pistol. You know what I'm saying? I stay strapped. You ain't gonna catch a day. You catch me, hey, I got that water bottle. You know what I'm saying? You got the strap? Yeah, I got that strap. I keep it on me. You know what I'm saying? So you keep that water on you, because that's one thing that they ain't telling you too. That water fills in your muscle. That water keeps you mad. See, I'm a lot of water, right? You see, I drink over a gallon of water every day. And that's including the fruits, because fruits got water, the vegetables got water. So you understand me? I'm intaking water over a gallon every day. And I know I at least drink a gallon myself. See, I'm more of a drinker than an eater though, right? I just get thirsty a lot of the times, right? So I gotta have that water by me, So, but that water, man, it clears the toxins out and clears all that unnecessary. I'm telling you, man, you drink that. But hey, if you're not a big drinker, you don't have to meet your gallon standard. That's a lie. I did a video on that. That's a lie. Just drink when you're thirsty, because you're still meeting your standards when you eat clean. If you eating vegetables and you eating fruit, you're still meeting your you know what I mean? You're still meeting the standards of what you should have in your water, right? All that, I need to drink this water by this certain time amount of day. That's a lie. That's a lie. Let me tell you something. So I was on the plane a few days ago, right? I was thirsty than a mug. The reason why is because I don't like drinking water at the airport, and I don't like eating food at the airport. I fasted. And I had a delay, and I was so mad, right? I was at the airport for 24 hours, and guess what? I didn't eat for 24 hours. That's how real it is with me, right? So, but I needed to drink something, so I had to. But one thing's for sure, right? I had some oranges. I was thirsty than a mug. I ate them apples, and I ate them oranges. Man, my mouth was moist, like Janet Jackson. Come on, man. So that should tell you right there that helps with your water intake. But I hope this video helped. If I didn't give you, if you need a little bit more clarification and an understanding of where I was trying to go, if I wasn't specific enough, go ahead and put that in the comment section. And wherever you might need a little bit more understanding on, I'll make another video and help you out. But I appreciate you sending the question, because I love helping the people. I appreciate the support that you give me, that y'all view my stuff, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. And if anybody else have any questions regarding, you know, whether it be health and fitness, relationships, whatever the case may be. Hey, I need a motivation video. What you need to know? Hey, dude, throw that thing in the comments, man. I'll do this, man. Like Jeezy said, man, I do. So with that being the case, man, we about to get up out of here, and we out.